Hi y'all, Jeff here with Jeff's Cars and Garage, and welcome back. And just to give you a progress update on the 280 SEL 4.5. As you can see, I'm making some headway on the trunk. Let me feed the camera down here a little bit and let y'all see what's going on. And I'm going to continue with the video on that. But more importantly, well, Jose, he is making a little bit of headway as well, finding out what 50 years of messing around does to some of the electrical components in the car itself. So, just as an update, was able to get the power antenna motor out, and well, it's not a Hirschman, so it's not the original equipment. In fact, it was. I see a little sticker on here. It says "Made in China," made in China, and so I can't get it apart. For some darn reason, I don't know why, but it doesn't really matter because the replacement mast is not going to fit. This does not screw in here because there's no threads inside. It just doesn't work. So back to the drawing board. I'll have to get something from I guess off of eBay or Pelican Parts or one of those places. But meanwhile, the Jose Master, let me take the camera off and kind of show you what he's been doing here. 50 years of wiring nightmares and everything else. So first of all, took the fan motor out. So we got to clean that. That's a hot mess. Second of all, he's now labeling all the wires so as he's tracing them, because a week or two when the parts finally get here, at least now he'll know, at least we'll know what we got. But he's got the underneath side taken apart, go around here, replaced all the fuses that are in these areas here, cleaned up the contacts. As you see, we did disconnect the battery, thank goodness, just so we don't have any sparkies going on. And yeah, it's he'll probably start chasing wires, but apparently they have run multiple power wires. I also need to get a door switch because, as you see, that is missing there. So the plug's there, but the wire's not. And I don't know if we're going to the local farm store to get some new speaker wire, at least for the front speakers, or not. But that's his determination whether we're going to do that. But getting all the wires labeled, that's the next thing. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod, and I'm going to glue the other section down on this trunk liner, and let you watch me work and see how funny that is. He did get me a picture, did take a picture of me in the trunk, which was quite comical, I guess. So here we go. I'm not getting in the trunk yet, but I might on this video. So here's that Gorilla spray adhesive, heavy duty. So here's how you do this. In fact, you got to be patient with this stuff. You spray your surface, and I'm going to do just right here, on the actual floorboard, and then we'll do. And then you go on to the material that you're putting down, and then what you do is you sit and wait. You got to let it tack off a little bit before you put it down. And I went down the curve there, and I didn't mean to do that, but maybe we'll just do that. Let's take this up here. There's that positive battery wire that ran all the way to the front of the car back in the day. But we put the battery back in the front where it belongs. All right, now we'll let that flash off. Woo-wee! Getting high over here on some sniffing glue. Let that flash off just a bit. Wow. Should be wearing a mask, safety first, but you know, there's no safety going on around here. All right, that piece I've cut. All right, so now we'll just lay this down. And I'll put the spare tire back in here at some point. Oh, shoot. I didn't cut. I need to cut some spots here. All right, well, I'm going to have to get in the trunk. You're seeing it here on video. I'm getting in the trunk. And yes, don't tell my wife because she might want to stash the body someplace. Let's get this folded underneath there. Let's see. That goes up there. Let's take that. Okay. Well, I don't need all of this. Just knowing I can fit in the trunk of a Mercedes-Benz. Well, got a little crinkle here. Okay, well, let's get a little more glue on there. Let's see. Actually, let's take this off of here. All right, where's that glue? Here we go. All right, we'll let that flash off a little bit. Get it out of my nose. Whoo-wee. A little more on this edge right here. Yeah, I'm in an enclosed environment here with glue. That works. All right, let's get this glued down. Get under those cables there. There we go. Now we're sticky. this little edge right here. Show quality? No. But you know what? It's going to make the car quieter. And then, you know, I was thinking of how I'm going to, you know, I don't know if y'all can see it on the video there. I'll let me move the camera. But the underneath side of the trunk lid, somebody did a wonderful job of Instafoam. And I was thinking, well, how in the world am I going to get rid of that? Well, you know what? I've got trunk liner. What I may do is actually fill in these sections. You know, cut out what's annoying, and then fill in the sections there with the trunk felt, and that'll help quiet it down a little bit. Now, was that factory original from back then? No, but they did in the 109s, the 300 SEL 6.9s. They did have the inserts, and you can buy the inserts that fit in there. So, not going to make this a 109, but we'll actually make it look a little bit better. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. Comments down below. Continuing to save this car. More to come. Keep watching. Have a great day.